Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Waldron Family Stadium here on the campus of Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland. And boy, do we have a great matchup for you today between the 1-0 Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers and the number 1 ranked defending national champions 3-0 University of Virginia Cavaliers. I'm Mike Rath, and alongside me is my partner, the always cool, calm, and collected Mike Lindenmuth. And Mike, the Mounts coming off a huge 12-10 victory over number 16 Delaware, marking only the 3rd time since 2010 that we've defeated a ranked foe. How important is it for them to ride this momentum into today's home opener against these Cavaliers?
Well, Mike, it's extremely important that the Mount uses the momentum they gained in the win against Delaware in order to not have a letdown today. If they come out flat today against the Cavaliers, they're going to be in for a long day. They need to be sharp in every aspect of the game if they expect to win.
That's right, Mike. And 2 of the major contributors from last game are junior Andrew Scally and senior Brett Schmidt, who are both riding streaks right now. Scally with at least 1 point in every 33 games that he has played so far, and Schmidt with at least 1 goal in the last 14 games that he's played. Now, Mike, how important is it for them to continue these streaks, and how will they contribute to today's game?
You know, Mike, even though Scally and Schmidt are on hot streaks, the Mount has other contributors and are going to look to use a balanced attack. If they can't spread the wealth around on offense, though, look for Scally and Schmidt to be the main contributors.
You got that right, Mike. But you know what? Doesn't matter how many goals you score if you don't have someone stopping goals from getting into the net. And that's where sophomore Chris Kleiber comes in, who's filling in some pretty big shoes. Am I right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So how do you after he's replacing T.C. DiBartolo, who was all-conference and he was the MVP of the NEC tournament last year, how do you fill in those shoes, Mike?
Well, anytime you have to replace a player such as T.C. DiBartolo, there's going to be an adjustment period. For Kleiber to be successful this year, he's got to maintain his confidence and play his own game. In order for the Mount to have a win today against the Cavaliers, Kleiber's going to have to come up big like he did against Delaware.
You got that right, Mike. Well, I hope you guys are excited as we are, so sit back and relax, because we got starting lineups and national anthem coming up next here on MountAthletics.tv.
Top-ranked Virginia defeated Mount St. Mary's 17-5 in the Mount's 2012 home opener. The Cavaliers struck first, but sophomore Dan Stranix tied the game at 1 with 10 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Virginia then scored the next 9 goals to take a 10-1 lead and went on for the victory. Coming off a 12-10 win at number 16 Delaware in the season opener, the Mountaineers entered the contest receiving votes in 2 national polls. Stranix, who registered a hat trick in the season opener, paced Mount St. Mary's with 2 goals and an assist. Junior Brett Schmidt also found the twine twice, while his junior brother Bryant also recorded a marker on the afternoon. Junior Andrew Scally also had an assist and had posted at least 1 point in every career game played. Sophomore Chris Kleiber made 11 saves in the loss.
Well, certainly not the start nor the ending I was hopeful for. Obviously I wanted to give these guys a little bit better run for their money. A lot of credit to UVA, man. They played well. There's no doubt about it. They know that teams are going to be at their very best, or at least try to be at their very best every time they run up against the number 1 team in the country. I just think our guys didn't. It wasn't the same team we fielded against Delaware on Saturday. So we have to regroup, get ready. This one's over and done with, and start thinking about Towson. I thought our face-off kid at times did a nice job. We just couldn't pick up balls. I think the 2 kids coming in behind him, Mike Selmer and Nick Haley, did a nice job, getting them some experience. I think at times Chris Kleiber did okay. Did okay for his second start against the number 1 team in the country. But, again, we need to help that young man out on both sides of the field. We have some things that we really need to work on. The little things. We do the little things right, and big things will happen. Winning ground balls on face-offs, cutting down on turnovers, and overall the ground ball percentage is going to increase, our ability to get to the cage. I think there might have been a lot of people that had doubted, and quite honestly, it's getting tougher and tougher to be a ranked team and stay on top. At this point, that number in front of the team's name doesn't mean anything. You got to show up. So, I was worried about, as they say, the big win factor, and I think that kind of set in. We knocked off a very good Delaware team that was number 16 in the country. We had the number 1 team coming in today, and we didn't play to our ability. So, again, it's anybody's ball game. Everybody's good, and you're going to hear probably other coaches say that as we move along.